A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to today's most anticipated IRE talks. On topic is building a brand for healthy health and well-being. Lessons from Healthy Binge. I am Professor Sandeep Bansali from the team GIBS Business School, Bangalore. So before we proceed, please allow me to share a few insights about GIBS Business School, Bangalore. GIBS Business School, Bangalore is managed by Goel Educational Trust, a prestigious institution based in Bangalore. GIBS offers an AICTE approved PGDM program and BBA from Bangalore University. Providing its students with comprehensive education, GIBS boosts an exceptional faculty known for its mentorship and practical exposure from the various programs such as GIBS Finishing School, GIBS IRE Talks, GIBS IRE School, Business Mastery Program, and many more. So we here in GIBS majorly has been ranked amongst the top B schools in the country. And we have a remarkable track record for placing its students in the top-notch organizations for a better career perspectives. And we are also making a lot of startups get into their platforms. At GIBS, we strive to cultivate an environment that fosters innovation, research, and entrepreneurship. Our mission is to empower individuals to reach to the full potential, both personally as well as professionally. We aim to develop a strong leadership skills, facilitate valuable networking opportunities, promote active engagement with our communities. Today, we are really honored to have Mr. Karan Korke from Pune. I would say he does not need an introduction, I would say, but still on a formal note, I would request to give me permission to introduce you to the audience, sir.
Sandeep, that's totally fine. I mean, don't embarrass me.
No, absolutely. It's not the app. It's an honor for us, sir, to introduce you to the distinguished audience we have today. And Mr. Karan is basically from Pune, an accomplished individual with impressive background. Mr. Karan is a degree graduate from commerce from a renowned institution of Symbiosis Institute in Pune. He further pursued his passion by business by obtaining an MBA degree from BIMM Pune. And Mr. Karan's journey in the corporate world was nothing short of exceptional. He spent 5 years working for top media conglomerates, excelling as a region sales topper and demonstrating an extraordinary ability to identify new growth opportunities. In 2021, Mr. Karan took his entrepreneurial journey to the next level by co-founding the wonderful brand by name the Healthy Binge, along with his partner, Mr. Pranav, as a co-founder and CMO of the brand. Mr. Karan played a vital role in the design, development, and marketing of the new products and categories. From setting up factories, managing the sales process, his hands-on experience, strategic thinking have been internal part of the brand's success. And I must say that thanks to Mr. Karan's visionary leadership, the Healthy Binge has achieved a remarkable success and recognition. It has become the Amazon's best seller brand and ranked number 3 in the top seller category for the groceries category, which is amazing, I must say, sir. Since there are a lot of big players available in the market, but still you made to that point. That's really amazing. Congratulations for the entire team of the Healthy Binge for that.
Thank you.
And the brand's achievement also caught attention on the Shark Tank. I think everybody are aware of this, where the pitch, what you had showed in the Shark Tank was really amazing. It really touched a lot of us and made us to think we have to go the healthy way instead of just going on to the binging throughout the time in a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of students are also binging at this point of time. I would suggest you must try for the healthy binge next time whenever you binge anything else, right? And the products are available over 1,000 retail stores and have expanded to the international markets, including United States, Singapore, and Australia as well. So that's really amazing. So I would not take too much. We are eager to listen from you, Mr. Karan. So over to you. And last thing for all the audience, any doubts, any questions, anything which you want to understand, please put it in the Q&A. We'll certainly take it at the end of the session so that let's make it more interactive and let's learn more from Mr. Karan. Sir, over to you.
Thanks, Sandeep, for the warm introductions. And on a rainy afternoon on Friday, good to have the audience of the peer students at GIBS. That's how you pronounce it, right?
There are from external people also, sir.
Okay, great. So I think, Sandeep, you were mentioning that some students might be binging on some unhealthy stuff. So I'd urge you and your team to make our brand available at your canteens first.
Yes, certainly, we would look forward for that, sir.
So I think let's start off on that note. I think products which are seen, felt, and touched are much better to kind of experience it firsthand. So we'll discuss it after this call.
Certainly, sir.
Cool, cool. So hi everyone. Very good afternoon. I hope you guys are all have had your tea, and I hope you guys are not sleepy right now. Is everyone like in college or at at home? How is it?
No, the participants, what we have, it's a mixed blend of participants. Few of them are viewing it online from the hostels or flats or
Okay,
whatever from the
okay,
homes, and a
okay.
lot of them are from the external. There are
Fair
faculties.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So great. I just wanted to kind of take you guys through our short journey and kind of what our learnings are have been in the past few years. Probably some people who want to take entrepreneurship as as a way of life in the next few years. Probably it might be of help, and also to other people as well. Just wanted to kind of share our journeys with you guys. So I'll just start off. I'm from a small town in Maharashtra called Nagpur. Did my schooling out there. Wanted to kind of go and do higher education. So I came to Pune and got through Symbiosis Institute. Again, the short story out there was they only have three shortlists every year for their commerce program. And I was falling short of like couple of percentage or something. Like I remember, I think I got 78% or something in my 12th grade, and they closed at some 79 or 80% that year. And they said that no, you cannot, you won't be able to get through because we only have three lists and we are done with it. But luckily for me, somebody backed off and I got through in the fourth list. So I mean, I probably that was a bit of perseverance because I have to keep going and knocking on their doors and understanding how if I can get through, etc. So that was a part of how it started. Did my MBA as well from Pune immediately after my graduation in marketing and international business. Uh, Soon after that, I got a placement in a IT company in Pune, which was kind of a desk job, and it was a decent salary as well. But I was not convinced after a few days of getting the offer because I always wanted to kind of hustle. That was always, even before the word became mainstream, at that point of time, and this was back in 2011, wanted to kind of have that notion of getting out there, out in the market, understanding businesses, understanding people. So that is what I wanted to do. So I thought media was something which I was interested in. I'd also done my internship with a media house before my summer internship. So I was kind of interested in that area. So I got a job with Dainik Bhaskar Group, which is India's largest read newspaper, Hindi daily. So started my journey as a management trainee in the sales department. And kind of I saw that this was in Bombay. So my first experiences with Bombay was first day I reached and the reached office, and in the evening got to know that there was a strike of the local trains that day, first day of my job, and I had no idea how to reach home because I was like probably 1 hour and a half away. I don't know if you guys know if the local trains shut down in Bombay, everything is a chaos because everybody gets spilled over on the streets and there are no buses, no train, no cabs, nothing is available. So I had to walk about 10 kilometers to reach my home. So that was a funny story. I mean, once you think about it, but it kind of shapes you, right? All these small anecdotes or experiences kind of shape you in the longer run. So you basically have to be resourceful and try to find something. So that was my first this thing. Also, uh, I think it was my good fortune that I had good bosses because they taught me how sales is done. Very very harsh, very tough environment, but it was very essential for me to learn all those things. We had to do double reporting to office, so 2 hours traveling to office in the morning, do say 10 sales calls in the day, take trains, bus, auto rickshaw, they do everything, do 10 sales calls, come back to office in the evening at 7 8 o'clock, give your reporting and go back home. So it was almost a 12-hour day for 6 days for 3 years. That is what was there. It kind of helped me understand the toughness what you need to have. the sales pressures, the perseverance, what you need to have, those kind of experiences at that point of time, when you're obviously when you're young, you have a lot of energy. So I did that, and it helped me gain a lot of experience to deal with people and situations. That kind of shaped my entire career as well. So I'm very thankful for my initial formative years in the corporate industry. I also made a lot of friends, connections, etc. out in the media industry, in the sales industries. So that is one thing which I would like to share, is that to students, is that जो भी मिलता है आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी, जस्ट मिल्क इट, डोंट बी एक्ट प्रिविलेज्ड, मेक श्योर दैट यू मिल्क ईच एंड एवरी अपॉर्चुनिटी व्हाट यू गेट, आस्क क्वेश्चंस, बी इंक्विजिटिव, and don't be like I don't want to do this because it's beneath me or anything. Any job is good. People should be wanting to do all these things. So आपको थोड़ा सा, everyone should want to make extra effort. Having said that, so then that's how I probably got, like, for 3 years I was running. There was about a branch of around 50 to 60 people, and I was the top salesperson out there. There were a lot of other different kinds of industries I was dealing with: automotive, fintech, real estate, all of the lot I interacted with a lot of people from different fields of life. So you get an exposure of how businesses are run in these kind of situations. And Bombay and big cities, you get a lot of big clientele. The scale is much bigger. The thinking power is also very different. So you need to learn all these things along the way. Even if you have a job, you need to know what how people are thinking, how work happens, how businesses are run. Those are things which you need to have takeaways from, not just do like a 9 to 5 job, but also try to gain a lot of experience from there. After that, I did this. I mean, this happened, and then I was also working briefly with Times Television Network, with the channel called Movies Now. Worked out there, and then I decided that I think I've had enough. I think it's time to start your own journey, your own entrepreneurial journey, because I thought I cannot do this for my entire life. I cannot work in the next 30, 40 years in this industry, because, or any other thing. I wanted to do something for myself, because I was putting in those 12 hours, 14 hours a day, but I thought that, okay, let's try to do the same thing and use it for your own benefit. So that's how I started my entrepreneurial journey with a couple of friends in Pune. We started this branding agency called Magic Box, and we were handling various types of clients again, from corporates to fintech to real estate to automotive, and we did a lot of good work out there with them. Scaled to around 30 lakhs MRR, and scaled to two cities at about 20 people. We did this for about 3 to 4 years. This was my first journey. Lot of learnings from there as well. Then kind of moved on to the next venture with my cousin Pranav. We thought we had decided that health and nutrition is something which is going to be big in India. This was back in 2018. Pranav had just come back from Australia. He was working there for 15 years. He decided to come back, and we were discussing on ways and means to kind of which industry to kind of get into. So we studied a lot of industries, and we thought health and nutrition is something which is going to boom in the next few years. I mean, we didn't obviously know about COVID, etc. till then, but I think our focus area was at least right at the start. So, but we did a lot of research in that also, wherein we understood what is the market, what are the competition, what are the people what are people buying, what is the buying cycle, what is the TG doing, what is the competition doing. So, a lot of learnings we tried to get from the market, from case studies, from research papers. So, we did that for about a year. So we then narrowed it down to two products, what we wanted to do. The first one was something called FRK, which is fortified rice kernels. So this was very new to India back in 2018-19. Uh, Only six manufacturers were there in India, and basically the product was, we were integrating nutrients like vitamins, minerals into kernels of rice. So अपना राइस का जो दाना होता है उसके अंदर हम लोग न्यूट्रिएंट्स एम्बेड कर रहे थे थ्रू अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस, and that was being supplied to the midday meal programs of the government of India for preventing malnutrition for young children and mothers. So iron and folic acid is really low in most of the Indian women. So that affects the pregnancy births. So that's why the government had taken this initiative, and we were one of the first few people to got kind of supply to the government back in 2019-20. Parallelly, we had also developed the Healthy Binge products. We had not named the brand till then, but in the same manufacturing process and also the same team what we had hired we have hired food technologists and nutritionists as well. So with their help we had formulated the recipes for the Healthy Binge brand as well. But obviously you can't keep doing two things at the same time because you lose focus. So that's why we decided long term Healthy Binge venture would kind of take us in a long way. So we stopped our the government business and we focus solely on the Healthy Binge brand. This was in 2021 is when we kind of launched the entire brand properly. Uh, so these are the products what we have. I don't know how many of you kind of seen our website or Instagram. We do only one thing, but we do it really well. We have healthy baked chips which are made with millets. Where they've got absolutely no nasties, there's no junk in it. It has 0% cholesterol, no trans fat, no added sugar, no palm oil. It's rich in protein, iron, calcium, and fiber. So I mean, and at the same time, it is as tasty and as crunchy as your Lay's. So that is what we bring to the table. We wanted to make sure that health and health, taste, and affordability. These the fulcrum of this we need to meet, and that is what we made. The products are top notch. We have a ISO 22000 and a US FDA approved facility. So because we are exporting the product, obviously we have to make sure that the product is of a certain quality. The same product which is exported, it is sold in India. So it's top notch in terms of all the quality processes. The taste is fantastic, and the main part is for the masses, we made it very affordable. Because in India, that is what you need to do. You need to make sure that the taste is on point and it should be reasonable and cheap. So that is the fulcrum of the brand. So we've got 7 SKUs. We are available across 1,000 retail touch points. We are available on all online platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, Zepto, Blinkit, and we are also exporting now to a few countries. We've just started. It's been a wonderful experience, but obviously there have been ups and downs which happens in any other journey as well. This is just one video I'd like to show you guys.
The audio is not audible, Karanji.
Sorry?
Audio is not audible.
Okay, it's playing out here, but I don't think it's going to go, Sandeep. It's it's playing out here for me. It's okay, not a problem.
No worries, sir. No worries. You can just
It's
play.
background music.
It's nice. Sir, I love the packing of it. It is really very, very impressive.
Yeah, thank you. So because of my background in branding, it's kind of helped me. We
Okay.
did all this in-house. So, in a startup, you need to have all the jugaad in place, right?
Absolutely right.
When you're not a big company, when you don't have funds, you need to do something to make it happen.
Certainly.
Yeah, just 1 minute. So yeah, just a few pointers what I've noted down, which kind of also shaped my our entrepreneurial journey is when somebody's starting off. I think when you're ideating a product or a service, you need to keep in mind the TAM or the total addressable market size and the TG who you're serving to, and then kind of think about the size of it. So sometimes niche TAM does not necessarily make sure that your startup is going to scale because you obviously need a lot of volume, wherein it should serve a purpose or a need of a lot of people for the startup to kind of succeed. Research on the product completely. So be the master of any product or service what you are making. Just know the ins and outs of everything. I mean, you cannot second out or have any issues in the product when it comes to going to pitch your product. आपको हर एक चीज मालूम होनी चाहिए आपके प्रोडक्ट के बारे में. मतलब even if it takes you some time to go out in the market, I would suggest just find out each and everything. Try to make sure that it should be second nature to you. You should eat, sleep, drink about the product, and that's that. And only until that you're going to succeed. That's my opinion. Competition के बारे में थोड़ा सा you need to make sure that क्या take inspiration from them, understand what they are doing. Obviously, don't copy them, but at the same time, see what kind of products they are selling, what price points they are selling to get a feeler of things when you're just starting off. Then the go-to-market strategy should be, I mean, both online, offline, omni-channel, depends on what industry you are in, but you need to figure out exactly आपका revenue stream क्या होना चाहिए, where your monies are going to come in from, what are the nuances of that particular channel. So, for example, we had no idea how FMCG works. So, but we went down to the various markets. We went down to supermarkets, understood क्या चल रहा है, spoke to a lot of competitor salespersons, how are they going about it, spoke to a lot of distributors, understood the value chain, value proposition, what are the various costs which are involved till it reaches the point of contact. So all these things you need to kind of do well-rounded research before you get into any sort of business. Then your core team plays a big role. I'm proud to say that whoever we hired in the first year of our operations, they've kind of stuck around with us, mainly because we've empowered them with our with decision making capacities. ऐसा नहीं we don't micromanage our people. We empower them to make their own well-rounded decisions. And गलतियां होती है, हम लोग से भी होती है, उन लोग से भी होती है, but we don't make it a big deal. We just say that okay, let's learn from this and don't repeat it again. But that's how people want to be empowered, and the people who hired at the start are very important because they will shape the next 5 years, 10 years of your company. Sales mindset is something, probably this is very close to me because I am a natural salesperson. तो आपके दिमाग में कहाँ बेचना है प्रोडक्ट या माल कहाँ बेचना है, ऑफलोड करना है, that is all you should be thinking. I might be sounding very crude, but at the end of the day, that is what matters. Your branding doesn't matter, your PR doesn't matter. Only thing which matters is sales. आपने धंधा कितना किया है. That is what the investor is going to ask you. Forget the investor. That is what is going to matter to you at home when you have to when you have bills to pay. That is what matters ultimately. What kind of revenues you are doing. So that is something which any person who's getting into entrepreneurship should have it from the start. And if they are not like that, they should hire a co-founder. If some people are not sometimes averse, sometimes people are averse to selling. They're introverts or they don't like to sell. Sometimes they are good at other things. So finance is something, for back end operation. These are also very very important functions of the business. People can hire co-founders who are much better at a few things like sales. But ultimately, you should have various revenue streams which you should identify. So in our company, I've identified 6 to 7 revenue streams wherein we focus on different things: B2B, B2C, B2G. All these different kind of revenue streams is designed and developed so that every time there should be some things which should be always be rolling inside the company for sales. Customer obsession. This is basically very very relevant now because of competition which has come in. People need, and everybody's got very closer with internet. Geo has basically made things easier and at the same time more difficult as well in some cases. So basically everybody's at the beck and call at any 24 hours a day nowadays. So it actually helped companies like us, D2C companies, wherein we can really talk to customers and understand what are their problems, what are they liking about the product. So you should be completely obsessed with the customer because ultimately वो आपका company chala raha hai at the end of the day. If they are paying you, that is why your company is running. So you need to make them the center point of your company and make sure that whatever is you need to address them. So even today, at the back of the pack, when you have to put your customer care number, it's my own personal number which is at the back of the pack. So whatever queries come, I handle them to ensure कि कुछ, especially at this early stage of the company wherein कुछ problems है तो I need to address them ASAP. I don't want need customers to kind of be irritated or anything, and people understand. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको भी समझ में आता है कि नई कंपनी है, mistakes might happen. So I've had I've had this experience where people are forgiving, but you need to act on it. You cannot be egoistic and say ki, oh no, I can't, this is my company and I'm not going to change and all those things. You need to be flexible as well. I do about 20 calls a month to our customers to understand ki if there are any changes which are required, कुछ complaints होंगी तो कुछ होगा तो, because you need to really accordingly take the feedback and then change or modify your products as well. So it has helped us to actually uh, understand ki what we should launch next. So we have a slew of launches coming up next month. So that has happened because of customer feedback what we've got. I mean, after speaking to them, we realized ki okay, in log ko ye a lot of people want some products in this category. So we're going to be launching them very soon in the next month. So, as an individual, I think I've noted down a few things. Perseverance is something which you need to have inbuilt. Never say die attitude. There are going to be ups and downs in life, but you need to keep at it. 99 things will go wrong, but that one thing, when it goes right, it really brightens up your day. So that is what happens. I mean, once even if we are having a shitty day at office and there are a lot of things which are going wrong, but we see a review, somebody mails us, somebody calls us saying that, oh, we had such a wonderful experience with your product, we loved it, and everything seems fine. So, those are the things which are going to happen in life. जो होते रहते हैं, and this is not only with us, even with the bigger companies, with the HULs of the world, with the ITCs of the world, there are ups and downs which happen, but you need to just be at it and never say die attitude. When you're starting off a venture, don't second doubt yourself. Go all in. I mean, if you have options or plan B, A, B, C, it's not going to work out. You need to just go all in with everything what you have, your money, your time, your efforts, everything. And only then I think any venture kind of has a chance to succeed. Sorry. Uh, be resourceful. In short, be jugadu. So there was a time I remember during lockdown there was a lack of labor in our factory, and obviously there were orders which were coming in, and we had to make sure that we fulfill them. There were small orders back in the day. This was 2021 starting. I think the second lockdown was there, and all the workers had gone back to their hometowns. I remember Pranav was handling the machinery, he was operating the machine, and I was packing the products in the pouches, putting in the boxes, and loading it in the trucks. So वो सब काम करने पड़ते हैं आपको जब when things get tight, वो automatically आता है, but you need to do all those things. You can't be egoistic in life. You have to make sure that things are done. So let it be कैसे भी करो, but you need to do it ultimately. Networking is something which is a little underrated. I feel that LinkedIn is a very good resource to kind of network with like-minded people. I am still in touch with a lot of my friends and colleagues from my corporate days, and it has always helped me. Either it's helped them, it's helped me, but somewhere there's a midpoint which comes, and आपको कुछ problem हुआ in that industry, anybody can help you. So you always need to make sure that you're in good terms with everybody. Even if you leave the organization, leave on good terms, because you never know when somebody is going to be of help, or you might be of help to them as well. So always have that at the back of the mind. uh, yeah, I think the last 2 points are basically, I mean, I think I mentioned that earlier, that that when there are problems which are going to be there, you need to find solutions and not kind of crib about it, just kind of do it. these are just small glimpses of how we started out, Sandeep and everyone. Uh, this actually is very close to my heart because we had a smaller facility for 2 years, and this was in 2022 or 21 end. Had very limited resources in terms of funds. Had no idea how we are going to manage all this. We didn't have funds to hire an architect or an interior person to do the factory. So we got down to learning. I mean, we got AutoCAD, the software which is done for architecture. We did that, did all of the layouts together and finished the factory. I mean, did all of the civil work, the interior, all of those things, made sure that the plant is as per the US FDA guidelines. So consultants and all are there, but obviously they're expensive because that is what the market is. But we downloaded all the guidelines from the US FDA website, did all of, I mean, implemented all those processes and made this state of the art facility. So this is outside of Pune. This is about 15,000 square feet. And that is where we manufacture our products. So we employ around 35 35 people in the factory, and about 90% of them are local women. So that is also one thing what we've consciously done is that local population, basically it's on the outskirts near a village in Pune. So the local population, that too women, is who we are trying to empower with financial freedom. So yeah, I mean, I remember we used to do about 7 to 8 orders on Amazon in 21. To right now, we're doing about 1,500 to 2,000 orders only on Amazon, and that is what has happened over the past 2 years. It's been a wonderful journey, but it's just the start, I think. There's long way to go. We're very small, very, very, very small right now. Need to do a lot more to be in the top 10 players in the country. A long way to go, but it's been a good start. Thanks to the team, what we've created. So I mean, this for the middle screenshot is the one which is also very close to my heart. This was just after Shark Tank, on the 17th or 18th of Feb. We were number one in grocery and gourmet, and there were the likes of all the biggies like Tata Salt. You can see Fortune Oil, Lay's was on number seven. That is very close to my heart. We beat Lay's. I mean, probably that this we were ranked number one for about 20-25 days, but obviously after that there was, I mean, they came back, but it did happen. So that is what it is. On the right, this was one where there was a flash sale where we sold around 35,000 packets in 24 hours time. So
Oh.
so yeah, so there was a lot of things like that. There's a lot of things which are happening on a regular basis. So yeah, this is from the Shark Tank journey. On the left, this was auditions. On the left, if you can see, the auditions were there in July, if I'm not mistaken. There were about 2 lakh applicants, 2.5 lakh applicants were done, applied for season two, and about 200 got shortlisted, and about 60 or 70 got funded on the show. So we were one of the lucky few of them. It's been a wonderful journey of both with Aman and Piyush as well. So yeah, that's it.
So that's fantastic, I must say, Mr. Karan. The way you've put it across your journey is really amazing, I must say. The reason being, a lot of us, as you rightly said, a person who is into startup should be ready for anything and everything. There's
Yeah,
there's nothing called as I am CEO or I am this or I am
correct,
that.
correct.
Probably if the requirement or if the day needs you to become a plumber or a technician
Absolutely,
or an
absolutely,
owner, all three
absolutely,
roles you will have to play
absolutely,
simultaneously.
absolutely. And that has happened. I mean, Pranav, I mean, I'm not that technical in terms of the machinery, but Pranav does kind of, does kind of open the machine if there's an issue and kind of works on it. He had no background of it, but we kind of have to do it at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Right. And India, actually speaking, there are a lot of skills or talent is available in India. But only thing is, they say, no, that as you said, one thing that whenever you go in, you should go all in. Right? You should
Absolutely.
just not go in, rather, you should all go, you should go all in. Where we all have been heard of the jack of all and king of none, right? So
Correct.
you should always believe in one thing, that as you rightly said, that you should always believe in one thing, only go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So let's take up few of the questions we have. First of all, thank you for such a wonderful journey which you shared with us. I'm sure a lot of our participants have learnt. I would say even if one point you have taken it from this session, we are done with the purpose of this session.
I hope so.
Right. So let's take up the questions which we have at this point of time. Mr. CA Ajay Das asked, Mr. Karan, what sets your startups apart from others in the same industry?
So the startup in the same category you're asking, I think.
Same industry.
No, okay. So our biggest advantage is health, taste, and price. So that is something which I don't think anybody can beat us in that. So our nearest competitor is about 25% more expensive than us. On the health and the nutrient profile side, all our values which you see on the back of the pack, they are higher than about 20-25%. Ours are more higher. So we pack about 5 grams of protein in one pack. Nobody's giving that in this category. That too in a natural format. The people are there, but they are adding in artificial proteins. What we are giving is natural protein,
Natural products.
iron, calcium, fiber to the highest extent we are providing in our products. Those are from the health side of things. Again, no cholesterol, no added sugar, no trans fat. That is something which not a lot of people can say about the product. And the main part is the taste. Taste is very subjective, but with our a brief stint in the market, we've kind of got the pulse in terms of the taste, which is the most important part that we've cracked. So that is what sets apart the, as I mentioned in the presentation, we're the fulcrum of health, taste, and affordability. So that is how we set apart from competition.
Okay, great. That's really nice. I must say, as you said, that there are a lot of big players available, but making a mark to the top one or becoming the best selling in the Amazon, that itself is a landmark, I would say, or a milestone, I would say, which is really difficult. And moreover, once as one thing you told about the customer obsession, the person who understand this term called as customer obsession is, I think they are done for the day or the entire work, I would say, because they understand the importance that they are the one who are going to make us or they are the one who are going to break us,
Exactly.
right?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for that. So let's move on to the next question. Mr. Ashok is asking how challenging it was to tie up with the government projects like malnutrition, and how did you come up with this thought?
So the actual thought came from the fact that fortified rice, the product what we were looking at, that was actually it's very mainstream in developed nations. So US, UK, I mean Europe, Australia, all these countries have this as a staple in the supermarkets also get it. So we kind of got that idea that okay, it's kind of accepted in other countries and it's a bigger problem in India. So why not manufacture this here and see the market and how we kind of come about. So we actually wanted to also go B2C, but coincidentally the government kind of also came up with these schemes, and there were not a lot of people who were doing it. So we kind of so they had to buy it from us because there was no one else doing it. So we actually did a lot of business in about 1.5 years time, and we were doing 30 days. We were doing 24-hour shifts because the quantum of the demand was so, because India is a big country, right? कितना भी आप मैन्युफैक्चर करो कम पड़ने वाला है, especially when you go to mass. When you're talking about below poverty line population, that is huge in India. So, and especially when the government is procuring, they procure in like huge quantities. So, since there was a problem of plenty and the supply was low, it was relatively easy, I would say, at the start because of the problem of supply. They were procuring from us because, as I said, there was not many people who were doing it. We were continuously doing 24-hour shifts with a lot of, almost 30 days we were doing with no breaks. So it was easy at the start, but after some time, obviously, with any industry, a lot of people come in. Government also puts in certain machineries in place wherein they have certain processes and all that. So initially they were procuring it from us directly, but after that, then the tender system kind of kicked in.
Okay.
So that is when we decided that okay, no, yeah, this is something which I don't want to do because that is a very mainstream kind of a thing to do. And our entire idea of health and nutrition somewhere was getting diluted because a lot of times what happens is when a lot of people come in, then dilution happens of the product or what it's actually meant for. Somewhere it's not met. So we decided that okay, this is going to get worse in the next few years. So we kind of decided since we already had an option with the Healthy Binge, we thought we know in the longer run this will going to be more beneficial to our company.
Great, great.
I'm sorry, I
I
didn't
must say,
answer the question. I think what was the question?
yes, you've already answered that.
Okay.
And I just want to add one more thing here. I just want to understand one more thing here. Since this Mr. Pranav was from, I mean, he did his education from Australia, if I'm not wrong. So do you think have that also added a lot of advantage, being seeing the different markets of the world
Yeah, yeah,
and then getting into India?
absolutely. I mean, he studied and worked out there. So the processes which he has implemented in our company as well, especially on the back end operations and finance, that has helped us because he's also worked out there in bigger companies. So वो implementation यहाँ पे हुआ है हमारे company में and normally what happens is that you hire external help for all these things if you don't have expertise in house.
Okay.
So because he has had that exposure, obviously, in the business processes, and also, as you correctly mentioned about the various products as well, what you were mentioning. So that is how we got the idea कि बाहर के देश में बिक रहा है वो तो यहाँ पे बेचना चाहिए.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for that. Let's take the next question. Devjit Mondal asks, sir, I want to ask what positive impact do you aim to make on your customers' health and well-being?
So our main idea, our objective is actually it started also with one more thing is that Pranav has got two kids, so they keep munching. I mean all the kids munch on fried oily stuff, right? So our main impact is to right from the millennials, or the Gen Zs, the kids who are actually growing up now. We want to change the entire equation of chips. When we think about chips, we only think about fried oily chips. So we want to take away that part and replace that as a synonym with our brand. So when you think about chips, you need to think about the healthy binge and the healthy binge. Why? Because of the various health benefits what we provide, but at the same time giving you the exact same value in terms of the taste and the price. So in the long term, we want to create an impact on health of the larger population. Because right now, because of the price points of what the bigger companies enjoy, they are available across at various touch points. So even if you go to small rural areas, you'll get these available out there. So over the next 10 to 15 years, that is what we want to create an impact wherein people are enjoying snacking, but in a healthier way. That is what I want to make an impact over the next decade.
Super, sir. Thank you so much for that. So the next question is asked by Priyam. He says, "Is baked chips better option or popped ones than fried?" For
Baked. We have baked chips, they are the best.
okay, that's by default. Yes,
Okay,
when we talk
yeah, yeah,
about
no,
fried,
but,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, sorry, go on. Baked chips or popped or
Popped ones that fried. For
popped
bringing
or
looking
that
forward to
fried. Sorry, I can't see the question.
is baked chips better option or basically the fried ones is what he's asking.
Okay, okay. No, no, of course. I mean, see, fried is basically a cholesterol goes. I mean, it's completely deep fried, right? So why are the? I mean, I'll give you an insight. The normal chips what we get which are fried, why are they very cheap? Is that because they use potatoes and oil, palm oil as their main ingredients? That makes about 80% of the ingredient list. Okay, and they are very cheap. Palm oil is cancerous, and potatoes are fattening, and it's cheap. So that is why they can afford to price it at that point, at those price points. What we are inputting is our millets, which are
Yes.
first of all homegrown. They are gluten free. They are cholesterol free, or all the benefits what I mentioned. So those are basically good for your health, and we are using sunflower oil just for seasoning. Sunflower oil is basically the oil which we are using at home, and that too we just use about 0.1% so that the seasoning sticks. So any product, not even only ours, any other product what you also buy, obviously baking is a better option to have. Is a healthier option, I would say, than fried chips for sure.
Okay, I think any which way Priyam is says like looking forward to try the healthy binge. So
Yeah,
I'm sure you're gonna love Priyam having the
yeah.
healthy binge chips for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, we're actually going to be launching in retail stores in Bangalore this month in August, and but we're available on Zepto and Blinkit on in Bangalore as well.
Okay, Mr. Karan, I just want to add to the similar questions when we speak about baked or deep fried. Now these days we see a lot of people getting into the air fryers. Right. So what do you think? What is does it make any difference when it is air fried or it is deep fried?
So deep, obviously, I mean, air frying is definitely better than deep frying, but it still has about 20-30% of oil in air frying. You have to put a little bit of oil. So that is a part. It is a better option definitely than the deep fried options. Air frying, but still has about 20% oil which they have to put in. Whereas in baked, we put about zero point 0.1 or 0.2%.
That's really nice. Okay, so the next question has been asked by Ipshita Chaudhary. She says, looking back, what advice would you give it to yourself when you started the healthy binge?
I'm it's a very still a very small journey. I mean, we've not even crossed 5 years. So it's very difficult. But if I had to, I would probably say um I think the first year of our operations, we were doing two things. The FRK business, the government business, and the healthy binge. We were doing two things in the first year of our operation in 21, 22. When I look back at the balance sheet, मेरे को बुरा लगता है कि because if I had more time, I would have scaled the first year revenue as well. The first year revenue on the balance sheet it looks very low because we were also doing द FRK business, whereas उसका balance sheet काफी अच्छा दिख रहा है, but that since we've shut down that business, it doesn't matter. But the healthy bench balance sheet looks a little bad for the first year of operations because, as I told you, दो तीन चीज करके कोई point नहीं है. We have to go all in, so we decided to go all in the healthy bench. So one advice I would give to myself from 3 years back is that we should have just stopped doing the first business and just concentrated wholly on the healthy bench.
Healthy binge. Okay, that's great. So, one thing I've got to know since I've also seen your pitch on Shark Tank, where today's generation, I would say, or anybody who's starting up with a business, they feel like I should withdraw, I should get good money from the day one, right? Or probably as Mr. Pranav and had pitched that, okay, you're just booking the salaries, but you're not withdrawing it, right? You're cash burning it at this point of time. So, what message would you like to give it to the audience that do not see for a short run or immediate cash, this cash cow kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah. So, see, I mean, there are two kinds of people, right? One who want their regular salaries and kind of I mean, the ones who want to work in the corporates or doing jobs, and some people are want to be entrepreneurs. So both journeys are equally good, important, but it depends on what kind of a person you are. What do you want in life? What do you want in the next 10 years of your life, 20 years? So you need to answer that question yourself. ऐसा नहीं है कि जॉब अच्छा है या बिजनेस अच्छा है, दोनों में अच्छा ही है बुरा ही है. But I would still say कि if you are used to a 9 to 5 job and you're used to having the salary come in on the first of every month, then stick to it, because in business that's not going to be the case, at least in the initial phases. You need to be okay with that. Only then you should get into it. Ups and downs are going to happen, but you need to be clear with that. So yeah, I mean, we've been making sure that we don't are not drawing salaries, but we're paying our employees. So that is what sacrifice you have to do for the longer run. Don't need to see today's thing. You need to make decisions like that to make sure कि आप next 7 years 10 years में where do you want to end up at.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. We'll take up last one question. We are actually little running short of time, so we'll take up one last question. So Diksha Nayak is asking, is it easy to get licensing and certifications from the food brands for the food brands or the products? Basically, I think FSSAI is the
Yeah,
certifications what is required.
yes. So, FSI license takes a bit of time with documentation, but it's not. I mean, there's nothing that it's stopping you from doing it. You can get it, but it takes a bit of time. There are two things. One is food license is different, which you need to take it for your business, and the food testing is different, which you need to give it to labs, food labs to take out all the nutritional information, whatever is there. That is also mandatory. So that is, I mean, I don't understand if it's easy. I mean, if it's, I mean, जो भी values आएगी वो. I mean,
I
हाँ मतलब
agree.
उनका काम है वो lab, the labs kind of test it out. So I mean, I don't know if I've answered the question properly. I mean, if she can ask me something in detail as well if she wants. I didn't understand the question completely though.
All right, no worries. In case Diksha, in case if you want to still need to get in touch or more clarity on this, I'm sure Mr. Karan is available on social media. I must say that you should also follow the Insta page of the Binge. It's quite, I would say, attractive, and a lot of things have been put in the Insta page of the Binge. So I'm sure you can just resolve your queries or anything further you have. You can just get in touch with them. I'm sure they'll be able to help you out with the further things.
Definitely.
So, Mr. Karan, thank you so much. I must say it was really wonderful having you. Today, I must say I personally have learned a lot of things, a lot of understanding which have got into me, and I've learned a lot of things that about the food industry. Basically, that is not our cup of tea. So when we say as a layman or from an outside world, it looks very easy, simple. But when it comes till the time it comes to the market, there is a lot of hustle which has gone inside to reach the shelves of either the supermarkets or online platforms or even say B2C when we speak about, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. And on behalf of the entire GIBS family, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude for being with us, taking time out from your busy schedule. I understand a lot of things were there, but still you made it for all the audience. Thank you so much for that. And your journey from a commerce graduate to a successful entrepreneur is truly commendable. So we are really grateful for having you here. And we also would love to thank all the audience for being with us and being really interactive and active during the entire IRE talks. So we hope that this webinar has provided you with a lot of lessons and inspiration to take away from this particular IRE talks and explore the exciting opportunities in the healthy and the wellness industry. One small information I would like to give you here is please remember to register yourself for the upcoming sessions. And the next session is on 8th of August. That is on building a world-class Indian brand, taking your brand to a global, featuring Mr. Jitendra Sharma. I think you might be aware, Mr. Karan. He was also again from the Shark Tank fame, the founder and CEO of Hair Originals.
Right.
So we have it on 8th of August, 4:30 p.m. So I would say do follow the Binge. Everybody in the audience, I would say at least once you must give a try to the Binge, right? And I would surely send you a picture, Mr. Karan, once I get this. So very soon I'll be having that.
Yes, that'll be great. Yeah, I mean, please go and like our Instagram page. I mean, I think that is something which we would love to kind of have more people get educated on healthier eating. So, and it was lovely to be a part of the IRE talks. Thank you, Sandeep, and the audience for kind of taking out time and listening to us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we are looking forward to meet you in person. Any day
Definitely,
you're in Bangalore, we would request you to please come down to campus. It would be really great and privilege for our students to host you at GIBS.
definitely.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much,
So
sir.
much.
Have a great
Thank you
evening.
so much. Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, sir.